Welcome to Pre-Algebra Summer Review number 9, Dividing Fractions. If you learned how to multiply fractions in Review number 8, then you can easily divide fractions. I would highly recommend that you go back and look at the videos for 6, 7, and 8 in order to learn some little tips I have about finding GCF, finding LCD, simplifying fractions, because I think it makes it easier for those of you who are having difficulty with that. However, if you got that and you know how to multiply fractions, then we can easily divide fractions. The only difference is that you must remember to change the division to multiplication and change the second fraction to its multiplicative inverse or reciprocal. In other words, flip it upside down, then follow the same rules for multiplying. So we have 5/9 divided by 5/7. Notice that I keep the first one the same. I change the division to multiplication, and look at the second fraction. I've taken 5/7 and I've changed it by flipping it upside down. Now it's 7/5, and then I multiply. 5 times 7 is 35, 9 times 5 is 45, so I have 35/45. If we're having problems simplifying, we're going to simplify it using the ladder. So we have 35, 40, and 45. Always put your numerator first and your denominator second. Let's list our primes: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and they keep going. Now the first thing we're going to do is ask, is 35 and 45, are they both divisible by 2? No, they aren't. Are they both divisible by 3? No. So let's move to 5. Are they both divisible by 5? Well, we know they are because they both end in 5, so let's put 5 out here. But you do need to start with the smallest, so you always start from this end and work your way down. So then we'll take 35 divided by 5 is 7, and 45 divided by 5 is 9. And if you look at it, you can do this one of two ways. 35/45. We now know our GCF is 5, so we can divide both the numerator and the denominator by 5. 35 divided by 5 is 7. 45 divided by 5 is 9. Or you can just look and you see, here's your numerator, here's your denominator, 7/9. There's your answer. So it's up to you which way you plan to do that, but make sure that you do use that method unless you're really good at simplifying fractions so that you don't make mistakes. I'm really going to be picky, and I'm going to expect you to know how to do fractions when August rolls around. All right. So let's look at number 2. We have 3/4 divided by 3. First of all, notice that we are dividing by a whole number. So the first thing we have to do is change that whole number to a fraction. So we have 3/4 divided by 3/1. Anytime you make a whole number a fraction, you just put it over 1. So now we are going to leave the first fraction the same. We're going to change the division to multiplication. And notice what we did to 3/1. We flipped it upside down. It's now 1/3. Multiply 3 times 1 is 3, 4 times 3 is 12, and now let's simplify it. We're going to put the numerator 3, denominator 12. I'm going to ask, are they both divisible by 2? No. How about 3? Well, yes, so 3 divided by 3 is 1, 12 divided by 3 is 4. So this is our GCF. You can either show your division, or hey, we've got the numerator here and the denominator here, so 1/4 would be our answer. Let's go ahead and try a couple down at the bottom. So we have 1/2 divided by 4/7. Remember, we're going to leave the first fraction the same. We'll change the division to multiplication, and we're going to flip that 4/7 upside down, so we have 7/4. Now we multiply straight across. 1 times 7 is 7. 2 times 4 is 8. So 1/2 divided by 4/7 is 7/8. It's in simplest form, so we don't have to do any more work. Number 4, we have 5/8 divided by 5. The first thing we want to do is write 5/8 divided by 5/1. Remember, we want to change that to a fraction by putting it over 1. Then we're going to leave the first one the same, change the division to multiplication, and we're going to flip that 5/1 upside down to 1/5. Now we have 5 times 1 is 5, 8 times 5 is 40. Now we know they're not in simplest form, so we can use our ladder if we need. Put our numerator first, denominator second. Go through our list. Are they both divisible by 2? No. Are they both divisible by 3? No. Are they both divisible by 5? Yes, because anything with a 5 or a 0 is going to be divisible by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 40 divided by 5 is 8. There's your numerator. There's your denominator. So 1/8 is the simplest form of 5/40. Now again, you can do it your own way if you have a way that you like better, as long as that way makes sense and gets the right answer. So let's turn the page for homework number 9. Homework number 9 has 6 problems. Again, I'm not asking you to do a lot of problems, just 6 of them. Use your notes. Simplify your fractions. You can use the bottom of this page for workspace if you need it. And then when you finish, homework number 9 will be due in August, and you can move to the next lesson.